Yeah, another podcast. Last. I don't care. I don't know what I'm gonna name this one. So,
Duo.
yeah, the Duo podcast. Bags is not here. He got stuck with some crazy shit, so he could not be here. But you know, he'll be here next week. But I won't be because I'll be in my hometown. So.
And Bags and I are not doing it.
Yeah, and I can't leave my gear here because you guys don't know fucking how to use it. So can't do that. Oh. Like it? You like it? You
See,
like
see.
Alright. So yeah, Bags isn't here, which sucks.
So Ray got some good news today. Ray
Did get some good news today. I don't know if I should be talking about this because you know I'm gonna be posting this on Facebook, but you know it's just a link. I get to see my dad. If anybody knows me, oh shit. If anybody knows me or my family or my dad or whatever, oh shit, it's gonna be a good time. My dad can party with the best of them, and he's got a fucked up hand or arm or some shit that he hurt, but yeah, he's still gonna roll with it.
like I told you earlier, even if he had no legs and no arms, you still got your pop. And my dad passed away in 1886, so you're very fortunate. God bless, man.
Hey, wait. All right, so in '86 was it? I don't want to bring up a sore subject or anything, but was it like
He died of emphysema.
smoking?
That and a combination of working in the coal mines.
Oh, one of those. Oh, he was a real man. That
Yes, he
motherfucker was
was.
hardcore. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was. He was a hard drinker though too, so everything contributed to
Well, of course,
his early
but-
demise.
You know, yeah, hard drinking nowadays is liquor, whiskey,
Yes.
or whatever. You know, I try to stay away from that shit. And
Oops.
but yeah, back in the day, it was you really I mean, I guess you had a beer, but it wasn't like popular, so everybody drank whiskey and.
I remember my dad drinking what was called a shot and a schnitz, and he would order it, and it would be like a double whiskey, and then a schnitz with like these little beer glasses that were about this big, and the schnitz was free. That was the beer. So you would, you know, hit that nasty
then-
gasoline and then wash it down with a little bit of beer. Yeah.
That stuff back in the day was.
Yep. They call it a schnitz. Shot in the schnitz.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I'm a pussy when it comes to that shit. But
Hanging out with some of those electricians when we went down the beach, they were tied,
down?
like, you know, yeah.
yeah, I still haven't hung out with them, and I will never get the chance to do that. So
No, you won't.
maybe
Very super cool. A lot
Yeah,
of fun.
I
A
like
lot
him.
of fun.
I like
yeah,
him.
he's really a nice guy, and going out and having a few beers with him was certainly a pleasure.
Yeah, they're all good dudes. We met a lot of good dudes here in Jacksonville. Not so much in Stewart. I mean, yeah, we get the one or two guys there, but yeah, I mean, the guys here though, they're down to earth. They're working people. They understand, and they're just normal fucking people.
Well,
And I like the people in Jacksonville.
I won't give any names away because I know you don't like it, but the project manager there, I've been with him for a few jobs. Kind of a little Weasley guy.
Which way, in Stewart or Jacksonville?
Yeah, Stuart.
I know who you're talking about, but not the old gentleman. The old
No.
gentleman,
That's,
he's straight up.
He's actually the super.
Yeah.
And he's
yeah.
you know he's pretty good. He's a little what's the word I'm looking for? Not repetitious, but he's redundant, I guess.
He can be, but when he's talking to you, he'll say it first, and then he'll cut it with a conversation. Which that's what I like about him. Like he wants the shit to get done,
Yes.
but then he'll cut it with a conversation to
Yes.
kind of blow off what he was trying to trying to say, and then when you walk away, you're like, oh yeah, we got to do this, you know. And I do like that, you know. He's got a different style of it. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yes,
so
he has. He's
got
very
a different
smart.
style. Yeah, he's got a different style. Like this guy here. Again, he's got a different style, but he's a little younger, and yeah, you know what? I like that guy. I mean, I didn't like him to begin with because he was always up my ass to try and do. You gotta hurry up and do this, do this. It's like, well, wait a minute.
Well, the dude with the
Yeah.
bags under his eyes here is nothing but an email jockey to. Yeah, he is.
I know who you're talking about. Big old black bags.
My God,
I know. It's like he gets no sleep.
he looks like a fucking mobster, doesn't he?
Oh, straight up, dude. I was trying to figure that out when we were talking to him today. I was like, God damn, he looks.
Oh, he
like
looks like-
yeah, he looks straight up monster, man.
Hey, you
Hey.
gotta fucking pay up. You understand?
I was like, oh, do you run this job? No. Then what? Then I don't have to do shit.
Or you might have to deal with Mike.
No, because you don't run the shit. So, no, I like the guy that runs it. He's cool. I
Yes.
finally gave him my phone number. Oh, that was hard. I was like, "Here's my number."
He's not gonna
Yeah,
bother you. He'll bother me, though.
I get your number when you're done with the project. I was like, "Hey, you know, I gotta pick and choose, man."
I will say one thing you should do. When you're done on Friday,
Yeah, I'm out.
no, you should go in there and shake his hand and said it's been real.
It has been, and he's a good dude. and I
Yeah,
like
you should.
him,
You should. And
yeah.
I thought about that today. I said, Ray really should go in there.
Yeah.
Not so much Frank. I don't even know Frank. But
You just said his name.
we'll call him Dark Circles.
We can call him Darth Maul.
I was going to call him Dark Bags, but we have bags.
We already have a bags. We don't need another bags. We already have a bags.
Bags,
is cool.
where are you over there,
Yeah,
buddy?
that
I don't
sucks,
see you.
man. You know, no bags.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that sucks. And he wanted to call in, but that was going to be tomorrow because you were supposed to go to Stewart. And you never made it.
He's probably. You know what? I wonder what he's doing actually.
Who, Bags?
Yeah, he was going for some Mercedes 250C or
Yeah,
something.
he was going to get a weird vehicle, and he's bitching about insurance now with just regular vehicles.
Uh-huh.
He's either going to pay more for that or he's going to pay less, because what I found with my insurance company, if I had a newer vehicle, like the newest vehicle I have is a 2007, but the more safety features you have, the less it is on insurance. But if my car's worth more, I will also pay less in insurance because they're going to get paid out because they're going to get the collateral on the vehicle.
Well,
But we own all our vehicles. That's the problem.
He seems like a pretty well thought out kid. So
He does well for 25. At 25, I was not where he was. But the only thing though is he should have listened to me before he did what he did with his truck. I told him, don't do that.
don't buy it.
No. The current truck that he has.
Yeah, the Ford thing?
Yeah, the reason why he's in this predicament is because he didn't turn in the tag.
Oh,
I
you're
told
talking
him,
about that,
no,
yeah.
leave the tag on it. Call your insurance company and say, look, I'm out of town. I don't drive the vehicle. Can I put a standby on that vehicle and just use it as a recreational, not a primary, but a recreational for weekend only because I'm out of town for 2 weeks at a time.
I don't know if they
drive
do.
it.
I don't know if they
no,
do
my
that.
insurance does. I had Progressive. He had Progressive. I did that with Progressive for my second vehicle. I had a primary and a secondary. My secondary vehicle, they're like, well, how much do you drive it a year? 3,000 miles less? And they're like, well, how come you don't use it?
Everybody says that.
No. I did not drive it. Like, it just sat on it just sat in the house. I used it to go and run and get groceries on Saturday. I didn't drive it on Sunday. Like, I never drove. I had a Ranger. I had another Ranger.
You don't
And
think the insurance companies heard the little old lady from Pasadena story before? She only drives it to church and
drives it every day.
yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. I told them. I mean, I try not to lie to my insurance company because I want the best rate. And I told, like, my truck, I don't drive the truck. I've driven that truck in the last 4 months 3 times. That's
Yeah, but I
and
mean-
I only have a 3,000 cap on it.
It doesn't matter whatever your insurance policy is. It doesn't matter if you drove it 3,000 times or once. It's the same thing. And they're not. They're not going to just take your word for it. I only drove it once
Well,
in 4 months. Yeah, they're
Every
like, sure,
insurance company has a program, which I found this out by watching YouTube. Imagine that. There is a program for each insurance company. You can get the GPS thing to where it actually knows that you're driving the vehicle.
GPS.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, there's a thing that you put on there, so
Yeah.
it knows the G-forces, it knows everything. So if you're turning too fast, it goes beep beep. You can't do that, so you get a mark that month. But they're only charging you like $65 a month for insurance because they're monitoring your driving. My sister has one.
I
That's
did
how I
not
know.
know that.
Yeah, Progressive has a thing
I'm
that
not
you can
surprised, though.
do. Yeah, but it's good because if you drive good, what my point is that the reason why my insurance went up with Progressive, I started at $156 a month. In 4 years, it was $290. And I have paid off vehicles. And you know what they told me? Well, other people wrecking into Progressive insurers is what makes it goes up. Or what makes it goes up. What makes it go up.
Right.
I was like, so why do I have to pay for people fucking up?
All right.
I was like,
Well,
that's the
you
same
just-
thing.
you
That's the
do.
same thing as the health insurance. Why do I have to pay for other people that don't have it?
You do.
I don't have it, and I still have to fucking pay for it.
You do. That you just do.
Bullshit. Because my sister, you know how much she spends with Progressive for her vehicle? $70. Full coverage, and she's paying payments on that truck. But she has that little that GPS thing in her OBD2. So it monitors her driving. As long as she stays within the driving parameters, she'll keep paying that a month. But if she goes out of the parameters 3 times a month or 2 times a month, then they upcharge her $30-$40. That's still cheaper than $290. I was paying that because I had what they said
$290 a month.
a month for 2 vehicles that I own. The reason
crazy.
I was like, no, this is bullshit. I own these vehicles. I'm paying PIP. They're like, well, that's just I was like, no. Well, explain. Well, you have 2 paid off vehicles. I was like, that's not explaining. You're telling me what I already know. And I was like, let me talk to your manager. Well, I am the manager. I was like, well, you're very bad at this.
Here's something I don't get.
And I liked Progressive.
Friends of mine, they I don't know what they make a year, but
That makes a difference.
but I know that they're not rich. You know what I mean? I mean, they may make 45 or something like that, and they have like this home, and then they have like this new truck, brand new truck. It's a
Yeah.
$45,000 truck.
How do they? How?
And now you have the insurance on it. They're young, you know what I mean? And you're like, you're talking like $4,000 a month, nut, just on that before food and any goddamn thing, And
I
don't know how they do it.
I don't know
really
how they
don't.
do it. Look, I have good credit. I've been really, really stomping down my credit and making sure my credit's good. I pay my credit cards. I pay my credit cards twice a month to make sure they're low and stuff like that. And been really working hard. But the problem is, in order to get another credit line, they either want me to get another credit card or I need an auto loan. Best thing to do is get an auto loan. That's why I'm buying a car in a couple months because I want my.
Do you want to be so maxed out though?
But see, the thing about it is, in order to get a good credit line, not TransUnion, I'm talking Equifax. Equifax is the hardest one to bring up. That's what I'm trying to bring up. I'm at a 681 right now, which is good, fair. It's almost good. But my TransUnion, I'm 740, 750 or something. I can't remember the last time I checked it. But I'm good there. But that is your credit card line. That is, you pay everything good. You're good with that because that's the one that fluctuates the most.
Right.
Equifax is like a auto loan or a house loan. That's the one you want to get in. But the only way to get in is to get an auto loan. So I'm shopping for a vehicle right now, which hopefully we found the right one. I'm going to get a Ford Edge. It's a 2015, but it's an auto loan through a company. But what I want to do is go to my bank, pay them off so I don't have to pay the extra fees, and then just have the bank deal with it at a lower APR. And that's how you have to do it. If you just go there and do it, you're going to be paying 28 to 32 APR. So you will not. It'll be 5 years before you pay that vehicle off. I don't want to do that. I want to pay it off in 3 years. So I want a good.
God, I think car loans go up to like 7 years.
Yeah,
now.
but
Could you imagine?
It's a 2015, so
Could
it's
you
only
imagine?
like 15 grand.
Imagine having like a $695 a month truck payment for 7 years.
I know somebody that had a $740 payment for 5 years. My dad had one in 1998.
And it's
But he wanted to pay it off quick. He did it for 3 years. He goes, they gave him a 5 year and a 7 year. He bought the brand new F-150. It was fully maxed. He goes, no, I'll do the 5 year because my dad was making buku money at that time.
God, I
And
bought
he
a
goes,
motorcycle.
"Ah."
I bought a motorcycle when I got out of college, and I think it was like $64 a month or something. And then I bought a Corvette, and
Oh,
it was
shit.
yeah, actually I had two. I bought a Corvette in 1983. It was a '79, and I think my payments were like $214 or something.
A month?
That. Yeah.
That's actually kind of high. Well, it was a sports car, so yeah, I guess I could see that.
This is 1983 though.
Oh, okay, that was
Yeah,
I
so,
see,
you
I
know.
see. Yeah, I mean,
I don't. Minimum wage back then was just like $4.25.
Yeah, it was
so-
$4.25 for a long time. Yeah, it was low. I mean, I think the lowest I worked for minimum wage was $5.25.
Did you happen to? Who did you vote for? Donald Trump or Hillary?
I
killed?
don't vote anymore.
The other night, the president had the State of the Union address.
What was that, a movie? Triple X?
No, it was the real McCoy, and
The real McCoy.
I watched
What's
it.
his name, McCoy?
Not
Spit
to
it
get
out.
political or anything like that, but
You're
I
getting political.
fucking love this president. I swear.
Well, let me get political. All right. Let's,
I do.
Hold
I
on,
love
hold on.
this
Let
president.
me get political. Ronald Reagan,
Ronald Reagan.
the Bushes, Clintons, Obamas, and Trumpies. There, I did it. I'm done. Let's move on. See how political I got? It's crazy.
How far did you go back?
To Ronald Reagan. But I skipped over the people from there to Bush.
Who was before him?
Oh, Ronald Reagan?
Yeah. Name some presidents before Ronald Reagan.
Kennedy.
That's too far. How about Carter, Ford,
Oh, Chelsea Carter?
Jesse Carter,
Chelsea Carter? Chelsea
Jimmy,
Clinton?
Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy Carter?
Yep. Peanut farmer. from-
Jimmy Clinton?
Jimmy Carter, a peanut farmer from Georgia, became president of the United States.
For
of
how
America.
long?
I think he did 8.
He did 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the whole 8 versus 4.
Right.
And usually, all right.
He's still alive. I think he's
Yeah,
like 94.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
alive. He was,
yeah.
oh God, I remember something I saw on the news, which is very rare nowadays. But I saw him. He was at some place, and I think he was at Obama, one of the Obama things, and he was there. I was like, "Oh fuck, he's still alive."
Yeah. I know he's in his 90s.
He's old. Yeah, he should be on a fucking Segway.
Yeah. He's a good old Southern boy.
Yeah. But no, we were talking about. I think it was either yesterday or today about my theory of presidents. If you have a Democrat and they reelect and then they win and they do an 8-year term, immediately we're going to go Republican no matter what. They just change it because they're tired of the Democrats for 8 years. So then they go to a Republican, and then usually that Republican will go for 8 years. Now we went through this. There's only been a handful of fucking presidents that either did Senior Bush only did 4 years. There was another guy that we talked about only did 2 years, but it was after either the assassination or
It was Lyndon Johnson.
yeah. Lyndon Johnson did like 2, and then he didn't fucking want that shit. He's like, I'm out. And then there was another guy that did 4. He didn't want it. He just really didn't want to fucking do it. But he ran.
That was
but it was
Gerald Ford.
Yeah, he was like, I really don't want to fucking do it again.
He
But
was
he ran
sort
anyways.
of a klutz. It was.
I don't know too much about presidents.
Well, it was an embarrassment because of the Nixon administration. He was the vice
That's
president.
right, the Nixon
And,
administration. Yeah,
and,
when he got what did he get? Nixon.
Well, he did a lot of things.
Well, did Nixon do 8 or did he get?
He
did
was
get-
elected in '68, I believe, and he went to '72, 6 years, I think.
Okay, and then
And
he
then
got.
he stepped down. He was about to be
Well,
impeached.
it was either impeach or step down. Yeah,
Right,
all
and
right.
he
So
stepped down.
so he's a rarity. He did 6 years.
Right,
So
and then
my
he
fucking wallet's
and then he
killing me.
made Gerald Ford.
Ford, and he
president.
didn't fucking want it.
Well, he was vice president.
Yeah,
no,
but
no. Spiro Agnew was vice president.
But he didn't want it.
I'm not sure how that worked out.
They did not like Gerald Ford. He did not have good charisma. He wasn't a great speaker. Just to tell everybody, if you want to be a president, be a good speaker. Speak to the people. Speak from your. That's how Obama got elected. Look, I didn't vote for the guy. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Republican. But
Yeah,
I
golden
don't
time.
vote. But he was a great speaker.
I'll tell you who's a great speaker, and I can't stand him. Fucking Bill Clinton. is
Yes,
an
there's another
amazing
one. He's a.
speaker.
I will tell you, I'm gonna build schools right in
Well,
front of
no,
strip
I mean,
clubs.
he,
No, he was a great speaker. A perfect example of what's his name, Ronald Reagan. The reason why he got into
Well.
politics was because he was the president of the Golden Globe industry.
well, he was the
Yeah.
governor of California. He
Well,
was,
yeah, but he was part of the Golden Globes, and the politics there were just like politics. He goes, you know what? And he cleaned up the Golden Globes. Like people were fucking like embezzling money from corporations that were making movies like that. People were fucking shit up, so he cleaned it all up. He goes, I can do this to the United States. So he did. He ran 3 times before he became president. Everybody thought he ran and then became president. Like, no, he ran 3 different fucking times, and on the 4th time, he actually got the presidency.
Cool.
Ronald Reagan.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
He was
He
the-
didn't run. He did not run once and then get it. He ran several times.
No,
Yes, he did.
I don't think so.
Dude,
No.
I was young when he was running. I
No, I don't
remember.
think so.
I was playing with fucking He-Man when
he
he
was
ran.
the governor of California. He ran and won.
No, he didn't.
I'm almost
No,
certain.
you're talking about President Luna. I don't know.
I
who
don't know
that
about
is.
Luna, but no, Reagan.
She's the queen of the moon.
Reagan was a Republican, and people liked what he had to say. And he was
I'm gonna look
actually-
that up because he
was
did.
actually a
He
pretty
did
good
run
president.
and miss out on one. I think he ran and missed it.
I don't know. I have to Google it.
Don't ever Google. You know what happens when you Google?
Don't trust Google.
No, you can trust Google. Don't trust the politics about Google.
You know what?
No, never trust the motherfucking politics about Google.
You know what my favorite thing about Google is? Going.
Calm down, motherfucker.
No. Going. Google, Google,
Oh,
Google.
oh, shit. And then the phone's like, sir, what are you doing?
Google.
No, that is not my name.
It's Google.
No, that is not my name.
It's Google.
Repeat.
Oh, shit. Well, anyhow, here we are.
Oh, yeah, so Ronald Reagan tried 5 times.
Oh, fuck off. Here we are. We're in Jacksonville.
We're in Jacksonville
And
having a
now-
couple brews.
And now, Ray
What?
is done.
I am done. This is the last podcast. We're gonna do it. Goddamn Jacksonville. I'm sorry about the last stuff, but I literally was told by my PM, "This is your last week." Oh, can you go? I was like, "This is your last week." Oh, can you go? I was like, "Well, fuck." I'm like, but I didn't get my final for the fire till Monday, so it was legit. I had to get I had to him sign off. I mean, I can't do anything without a signature, so I got it. Now I'm just in limbo over here pulling fucking camera. What are cameras? What is Cat 5? I don't know what these are. Actually, I do. I know. You know how to fucking do it. I'm about to put that Hike Vision online tomorrow after we put. No, I don't want that shit. Get away from me. I think I'm getting contact high. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Allergies.
I just pressed 9-1.
Allergies.
So yeah, it's the last. Yeah, it was fun, man. I appreciate you guys for fucking doing podcast. Oh, this place that we went to, This is my age showing, I guess. We went to 1,000 Degrees Pizza Place. It's a
tonight we
yeah,
did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Metropolitan. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
1,000 degrees.
Yeah, 1,000 Degrees Pizza, and they make the pizza in front of you. They put the sauce on it. They do the bread. They do everything in front. It's like a Subway, but they no subs. But they do it in front of you. They ask you what you want. If you don't like the way it's set up, if there's not enough pepperonis, they'll set it up the way you want to. Then they throw it in in one of those ovens.
Right.
And they slide it in there like an old school pizza.
And it takes about 4 minutes.
Yeah. It's pretty quick. But they have this beer thing with cards, and I thought I was.
I think
like,
it's pretty high tech.
It is cool, but I didn't know this is my first time going, so I'm like, all right, well, what's this
Oh,
card?
that's right.
It's called a tab card.
Yeah.
So you run your credit card, and then they give you a tab card. That tab card, now this is what I didn't know, there is a tiny little sleeve. You're supposed to set the card in there,
Right.
and it reads like a proximity card.
Yes.
And then it turns the tap on for
Yes.
whatever you want for whatever taps.
And tells the computer into the
yeah.
payment system
Yeah, and it's
how many ounces. that you-
So
yeah.
what I was drinking was Yingling, which is 25 cents an ounce, or 0.25 cents an ounce, or something like that. Yeah, it was like a cent, but it ended up
No,
being
it'd be
like
25 cents.
Was it
I mean,
25 cents
yeah,
an
10
ounce?
ounces is like $2.50.
Okay, yeah. All right, so that's right. So 25 cents an ounce, and I'm like, all right. So I'm thinking in my head, look, I can pour a good beer from tap because you bend the thing, you run it slow, and then no head and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh wait a minute. How do I get the card to stay? Me pull the tap
Yeah.
and then tilt my thing. I was like, all right, so let me put this in my mouth. So
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what I
you
did.
told me
Yeah.
that. I thought you were kidding.
No, I was serious. So I'm like this. I was like, all right, the green lights are flashing. I was like, all right. So I pulled the tap, and then it's sliding from my lips. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, fuck. So I got half a glass with all the head. Like it was a glass. It was a half glass of beer, and then the rest of it was fucking head.
Okay.
I'm like, how does this thing work?
Okay.
So all right, no, hold on. Before you say anything. All right, I know you're.
I know. I just want
you're older than me.
to tell you what a fucking idiot you are.
Hey, you
Okay,
know
yeah,
what? You
go.
can just back the fuck up here. So then
No.
I'm picking on the taps to Bob. I'm like, dude, these fucking taps suck. And this is supposed to be high tech and shit.
And what do I do? Walk
then
right up.
He walks up to it, sticks his card in the slot, and then opens. It's like. He goes, yeah, you're supposed to tip the glass. I was like, you motherfucker. And then I flipped the card over because it has 1,000 Degrees a card on it. Well, you flip it over, it's got the fucking instructions on it.
Right.
I went, shit. I was
Well-
like, well, all right. So I put my card up there, and I tipped it nice, and I got perfect head.
I fumbled around the
You
first time
motherfucker.
too. So
Yeah,
I'm not
I was gonna say,
lie.
don't totally shame me right now because I know you fucked up.
Well, I didn't have it in my mouth and was bending down and trying
Hey, that's skill. That is skill. Remember that shit.
to. I turned to Bags. Bags. I looked over and Bags had a full beer, and I'm fumbling around.
perfect head?
Yeah, and I'm fumbling around like you are, and I'm like, the fuck does this work?
He's like, yo, Bob, you just stick the card right here, bro.
Right.
Actually, he
Yep.
does not talk that way. Well, maybe kind of. But no, he's our boy, man. He's cool.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
I can't pick on him too much.
He's a good boy.
If he was here, definitely would pick on him. But nah, I can't do it, motherfucker.
He'll be here next week.
Yeah.
Shit, we're gonna next week. We'll have to finish.
Yeah. If you guys, dude, if you finish next week, you'll be at my job. Well, actually, both of y'all might be at my 19-footer. Or 19-footer, 19-story place I'm doing in downtown Sarasota. If you guys want to stop by,
Yeah,
there's
there's
going to be
only
a bunch of portalets and hard hat people.
I've been asking about that. There's only like 3 stories on it so far, though.
Yeah, from what I heard, that they wired the first floor, but the chase that we're all going up in is completely illegal, but we're just going to do it and see what happens.
It's all risers.
Yeah, it's all risers, but everybody's going through that chase with no pipe. We're all free wiring up with no hangers, no way to support. So the wire's going to be literally dangling down that.
Yeah, I heard that.
I don't, because you can't get in it, I guess, or some shit. We can't get, dude, this is ridiculous. But I love my job. I can't wait to go there, and bye to the guy that's leaving. He's a cool dude. I like that guy, and I got his shit job. So
Did you talk to him today?
no. He didn't call me. He's gonna be a county
He
man.
didn't call me
No,
either.
he's gonna be a county guy. You know what he's gonna do? Because the dude's white. He's gonna look down on the brown people and be like,
No.
"Keep digging, motherfucker.
Nah, he's just gonna
Keep
he's
digging.
gonna make
You work for the county."
his wife probably works, and he's gonna make like 45 or 6,000 a
Easy,
year.
well, dude. I make almost 40. I mean, damn near. This year, I probably.
When
I
I worked
probably
at
cleared
Skynet,
more than
when I
40.
worked at Skynet, I made 65.
And you couldn't do it. You know why? Because you have a short ladder, you can't reach the fucking tiles.
It's a shady company right there. I'll tell
Oh
you.
well, it's called Skynet. Oh,
I
should
know.
have not
I
said
was
that?
actually there was so many times when we'd be on
What
jobs.
did the boss have? Like glowing red eyes? Look like Arnold?
You know,
Oh, big bad.
I hated the name when it first came in.
Oh, I love the name, but you have to. To
Be a
have
little
it-
more original.
Yeah, no. With a name like that, you have to bring the persona. Like you
They
have to
didn't.
have the logo has to be Terminator. You have to bring the persona. When you have a name like I was
Wait a
stoked when
second.
you.
Wait a second. You're
I'm game.
You're trying to install a tracking system in an ALF, and you want to have a Terminator logo.
Fuck yeah! I want the LEDs, not one LED. I want two LEDs with a skull face. That's what I want. That says Skynet. I
Oh,
want
that'll
that shit.
that'll. If I was looking at that and I was gonna put my mom in here and I seen like the Terminator skull and stuff, I'd be like, yeah, you might be a little more advanced than we want to get into.
No, I mean, if you don't like it, just put a piece of black tape over it. Everybody else does that with smokes. Fuck them. I mean, they do it all the time. Fuck, dude, I was game with Skynet. I was like, oh, you work with Skynet? And you're like, yeah, you just say the jokes. When I first met you, well, when you came back, and I first met you, you were like, oh, yeah, you're a good Terminator. I was like, no, I actually was not joking, but I was like, holy shit.
I used
There's a
to
place
talk-
called Skynet?
I used to talk to people on the road. I'd be in like St. Louis, and I'd be
Oh,
work-
that's
I'd be
right. That
work-
was travel.
I'm
That's
work-
right.
Oh yeah, I'm working in a data closet, and some guy would come in. and He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm putting this together. Who are you with?" And I
Skynet.
used to be like, I know. I swear. I used to be like, I'm with Skynet, and they're like, "Oh, Skynet, really?" And I'm like, and the first thing I always said was, "Yeah, I know."
I'd have been like, Skynet, if you piss me off, I'm going to send fucking a goddamn Terminator after you. So what do you need? Just say it quickly, or I need to get back to my work. That's what you should have did. Be like, yeah, I work for fucking Skynet. Keep it up, motherfucker.
I know it was.
That's what I would have said.
And there would be people when I would just say it sometimes, and they're like, "Really?"
And you say,
Yeah,
yes, really.
yeah.
You piss me off. I'm sending goddamn Terminator. I'm putting in little tiny drones in these WAPs.
It was
So
embarrassing.
if you piss me off, the little two red lights go, dee-dee-dee-dee, and they go,
You know, when
and
they
then I'll
first-
buzz your shit.
When they first came to taking over the
See? Right there, Skynet taking over.
CDN jobs,
Oh, shit. They're
See-
taking over.
they did.
They're
and,
crushing skulls with feet,
and
metal
I-
feet.
And I met them all. And they were just nerds, and they had.
Red eye nerds.
I'll tell you a quick story. They had this device that had to go. It was called an RFID, radio
it-
frequency identification.
What was the model number?
I
Cyberdyne
don't-
System 101? I just want to know.
Maybe. But there was a bunch. They were all over the building, and
Guns and shit.
there was one that needed to be plugged into a cable that I pulled up into a ceiling that was about 14 feet tall, and they
Okay.
had no way of getting up there. This company before I went
Because
with
they
them.
don't own ladders.
No, I know, and they said, "Can you go up and plug in?" And I said, "I can't do anything without a change order," which was a lie. I could have just gone up and it took 4 or 5 seconds. It took 4 or 5 seconds.
Now you're getting down to the fucking fuck you, Skynet.
They called someone in our company that I won't mention any names.
Well, you're really good at mentioning names. So.
All right, it was Bob, and
It was you.
no,
It was you.
yes, it was me.
We don't want to get in trouble with that guy.
Anyhow, it was like the next day, they came to work and they go, "Yeah, we're cool on the, we're good on the 1700," and I was like, "The what?" And they're like, "The 1700, we're good with it, for you to do that."
The fuck does that mean?
I don't want to say right now.
I think I get it.
Yeah, I don't want to
think
say
do.
right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, anyhow,
that was the new version of the Terminator. It wasn't the 101. Wasn't the 101.
No,
it was the 1700.
what it was is I went up and I did it and plugged it in and set it in there, and it took like 11 seconds and maybe 12, maybe 15 at the most.
No, I'm going with 17.
And
Staying at 17.
it cost them $1,700.
Oh shit! Oh, I know what you're talking about. You blew up the Cyberdyne System 101, the first one.
I didn't know.
What the fuck?
I didn't know.
God damn, fucking, it just went. God damn it! I like the first one. So now there's no Model 1. There's only a Model 2 and up.
I'm way confused.
Oh, don't worry about it. I know the movie. I'm just blowing fucking smoke in my
Actually, the
microphone.
third one was pretty cool with that chick when she like wrapped her arms and legs around that guy, and then
That
all of a
was
sudden
3.
her head
Yeah,
went
that was 3.
spun around. And I was like,
yeah. She did a spread for.
the one where Arnold. What was the second one with the hearse and the roof got sheared off, and there was all the guns in the coffins and stuff, and.
Was that the second one? No, it was Winnebago.
Yeah, it was the second one.
It was the second one, but it wasn't a hearse. It was a what are those things called? Family car, like what was in that one movie. It was a big
Vacation.
Yeah. It was one of those cars.
And
It
the
wasn't a
roof
hearse.
got like sheared off, and there was
The sheared off roof was the
In 2.
Yeah, in 2, but that was the T-1000 driving the rig, and then the fucking roof just came off, and he was like, "Arr," and then he pushed the fucking the front window off, and then he's like this with this big old fucking wheel. The little it was crazy. I love that movie. It's a great movie. I like all the Terminator series. Man,
Well-
there is a YouTube channel, chronological. He's I don't know if he's from Australia or the UK, but he did a chronological order of how the Terminator story should be with the movies, with the comic books, and with the graphic novels, because there's graphic novels. And they all that like he goes into like each machine because they evolve every when you send a machine back, they're still building new machines. Even though they kept sending him back for certain things, when they evolved with the T-1000, that T-1000 was a prototype. That should have never been in any other Terminator. But he ended up being in the Terminator Genesis because not only did they have the new Terminator, which was the Nano Terminator, but they also sent the T-1000 back. He was still a prototype when they sent him back because still had the.
Well, that's when the war was going on.
Well, no. The one was a different timeline because of what happened in 3. Because in 3 they blew everything up to stop it again. Because of that timeline change, when something survived, I think Arnold survived or something like that, but the kids died.
Well, Arnold
really
is just
weird.
one of.
He is the Cyberdyne System 101. He is
But
he's a T-800.
He's just a clone, though.
He's not a clone. He's a machine.
Yeah, I know.
But
yes.
he's not a clone though. In 3, he was the third version of the T-800 that they sent back because the T-800 is actually a battle unit. And they had a T-100, a T-200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 800. But the 800 was the first. Damn, that looks like shit, dude.
Yeah, it's ugly.
But the T-800 was the first unit to actually have live skin that bled and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
I remember.
But it was a battle unit. That was the first battle unit they made. Well, the battle unit can take damage and repair itself. That's why that unit was so usable in any scenario, because even if you blew off an arm, it's like, well, fuck, it keeps going. But certain other units, like the stealth units, which was in 3, the chick was a stealth unit. She was more of a stealth unit, but she had like more toys and shit. But
she was stronger than she was stronger than a Terminator.
Yeah, but she was swifter, but not a battle unit. The battle unit could take damage. She at the end, she was taking too much damage.
No,
If
you saw in 1 and 2, the Terminator was destructible. He could be torn
Yeah,
apart.
he can,
He
but
could be torn apart, and he was crushed
right.
in two.
But you can shoot him.
But her, she she regenerated.
She did. Like the
Yeah,
T1,
she did. She
T1000,
regenerated.
the T1000, in my opinion, was the best Terminator because he can absorb. He can absorb. All right, hold on.
No. You keep talking.
Well, you gonna get up? I gotta piss,
Oh,
but I don't want to stop this. So, what? Because if I stop this, I'm gonna have two separate things I have to edit. So we're gonna take a break. We're just gonna step away, and then I'll edit it as a. I'll edit it when it's a full version, and then I'll just edit that part out, and then we'll just come back. What about that?
I don't know what
I
the
gotta
fuck you
fucking
just said,
piss.
but yeah, all
I
right.
gotta piss. So we're gonna step away. We'll be back. We'll just let it play out. I'll just. Yeah. Sorry. It'll be marked from the peaks and valleys and stuff. So I'll see when it drops out and drops in. So.
Well, sadly,
What?
we don't know what we were talking about. So when you
Oh, we were talking about the. I was going.
Oh, you're talking about the fucking Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator
That was
shit. So we
long
can
ago,
we
yeah.
can go out of that. shit.
Yeah, that's.
But I love that movie, and I love the lore of the Terminator franchise, which a lot of people shit on Genesis. I like that movie.
The only Genesis
love
I
it.
liked was Star Trek when Spock came back to life.
That was not Genesis.
Yeah, he was shot into the planet of Genesis.
So that means he died twice and came back alive.
He died in the radiation chamber in one,
Yeah, in one.
and he,
My friend.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I fucking got really teared up, and being a Spock fan, you know.
Actually, did he die in one or two? I think he died in two. Because
two was
three,
Khan. Yeah, I think
yeah,
he did
Khan.
die
He
in
died
two.
in that
yeah,
one doing the
yeah.
radiation thing. Because the first one was finding V'ger.
Yes.
Yes. And
But
then
he went
three was the search for Spock.
right, and they found him.
Yeah, and they found him all fine.
But was it him? Because he was the old man in that frosted cavern. You know, it was him though.
Well, you got to remember, in the new version from J.J. Abrams, he was still on that planet. Yeah, with the Romulans coming in and stuff, and they got blown up in the beginning of. But they had to find him, and they found him on that frosted planet where
Right.
he was in the earlier movie, where they found him for the search for Spock.
Well,
I believe. I don't know. I don't remember the search for Spock. I remember Genghis Khan.
Khan.
The Revenge of. What's the fucking second movie?
Khan.
No, but it had a name.
Oh,
The first one was Star Trek,
there was the
movie.
the V'ger one,
and
yeah.
the second one was the Search for Khan. No,
No,
it was the Search for
that was Spock. Was the Search
yeah.
for Spock was the third one.
Yeah.
It was called
the Revenge of Khan, or
something Khan. Yeah,
yeah,
it was Ricardo Montalban who actually did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
And you remember fucking Christopher? Was it Christopher? The guy that played Doc Brown. He played one of the
Doc
Romulans.
Brown.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did.
Yeah, or not the
Yes.
Romulans.
Yeah,
the
you're talking
Connorans.
about
Connorans. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a nerd. Well, I'm kind of a nerd.
Oh God, what is his name? Christopher
Lee? No, that he was Dracula. Some guy. His name is Doc fucking Brown.
And yeah, he was in Back to the Future.
Yeah,
and he was in Taxi. Oh God, what was his name? I keep thinking of Walken, but it's not.
No, not Christopher Walken.
No.
I was not in Back to the Future.
I would like to.
I love that guy. He is so great. You could put him in anything, and it's great. And he could be the stupidest shit. Like he was in one movie. It was a comedy movie, and he was playing him, but not playing him. And everyone's like, "You're doing
Joe
it."
Dirt. He was in Joe Dirt.
Yeah, you're playing with the. He goes, you think so?
Hey, no, you're talking to my friend all wrong here. Remember? You talk to him like that again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Yeah. I'll stab you in the face
With
with
a
a soldering iron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I liked him in that one movie. It was a newer movie. It was probably 4 years old. And there was a guy who had a shotgun in his face. He goes, "Put your fucking hands up." He goes, "No." The guy's like, this is not how that works. I put a gun in your face, you put your hands up. He goes, no. He goes, can you put your hands up? He goes, no. And then he pulls out a fucking gun and shoots him. And he goes, that's how that works. It's the one where they steal the poodle to try and make money. They steal rich people's dogs, and they're like, "Oh, we found it for the reward," and that's what they did. And they were older people, so they figured that was a easy claim for money because it's innocent. Because even though they're stealing their dogs, but they're giving them back for the reward. Well, they stole a drug dealer's fucking dog. They're like, "Oh, you got to give the dog back," and he's like, "I got a gun in your face." He goes, "Put your hands up." No. He goes, "This is not how this works." I don't care. Because their thing was, he's old.
It sounds like him.
Oh, yeah. He goes, no. He goes, that's fucking weird. Then he pulls the gun and goes, boom, and shoots him. It was a slow movie, but it was a good movie.
You saw Apocalypse Now, and he...
I have not. So don't say, what? You haven't seen that movie? I have not seen that movie.
Seriously?
Well, somebody was supposed to give me Scarface, and they have not.
I think I have it here.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I believe so.
Let me redact what I just said. You haven't given me Scarface.
Yeah, I think I brought it. You never saw Apocalypse Now with Marlon Brando?
No. With Martin Luther King? Oh, Marlon Brando. Sorry.
No. I take that back. It's not Apocalypse Now. It's Deer Hunter with Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken.
I've seen that movie.
It's old. They're old. They're Vietnam guys who come back.
No, I have not seen that movie. I've heard of it. It's really good.
Yes,
yeah.
it's. Yeah, it's
Is that kind of the same thing what Travolta did with that one movie where Travolta, he's an old guy and he's hunting. And then he bumps into this younger guy. And
yeah, I know that movie you're talking about.
And they keep fucking each other up.
He's like they're in Russia or something.
Yeah. He plays Russia. I am Russia. And then
Right.
they start drinking and having a good time.
Right.
And then he starts slitting his fucking Achilles heel and shit.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. The only time I've ever saw any movie where they cut the Achilles heel was Pet Sematary. I fucking hated that part where the kid went crazy and he started sliding. Wait a minute. That might be the wrong movie. What movies where the kid went crazy? A little kid and he starts slashing people's fucking feet. I think it was Pet Sematary where the kid, because he died and he got brought back to life and he wasn't the same. And I think he started he got a scalpel. I don't know where he got the scalpel. Stephen King's, and he started slashing his dad or his mom's like the back of your foot, and it's like it cut open and I was like, oh god. And when I watched that movie, I was. Don't quote me. I think I was 13 or 12, and my mom or my sister took me to that movie. I was fucked up for like a month. I was like, that is some crazy shit.
You see these football guys, and they're running full tilt, and then they cut your ball, and a guy lands on them, and they get up game. They get up they don't get up stretcher out. Mm-hmm. And you read, and it says that they tore their Achilles tendon.
Yeah, the one right here.
You fucking imagine.
Dude,
I know what your Achilles tendon is. If you detach your foot from your leg,
yeah, you can't walk. Yeah, you can't walk. You're floppy feet.
Seriously.
Yeah, you don't need flip flops. Your foot is the flop.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, what was the movie with Brad Pitt? Troy. Remember, I didn't get it. The first, I've seen the movie 18 times.
I've never seen Troy. Now that I've never seen Troy. I've seen the one with.
Well, Brad Pitt is Achilles. And
really? His name is not Troy?
No, it's Achilles. Troy is the
area.
I believe. Yeah. I don't even know if it's a country. It's probably a country or
the city
either
of Troy,
a country or some sort of a
the
regime.
City of Troy, yeah.
But anyhow, at the end, he's a beast in the movie. Mm-hmm. You never saw Troy?
I saw Gladiator.
Yeah, I know. It's one of my favorites.
Really?
Oh, dear God. It's in my top 5.
It's a good movie.
Gladiator?
All right. When I saw it back in the day, when it was the hype, and then I got the VHS, or the VHS or the DVD, I saw it. I was like, all right, it's a good movie. I mean, it's gory as fuck. I was like, yeah, it's good, but that's not my thing. I'm more of an action.
It's not really that gory. It's just...
Dude, they're cutting fucking arms off and shit. Like he went crazy, and well, you got to remember in the beginning of the movie before he actually became Gladiator, like there was shit. There was a war going on, I believe, in that movie, and there was like, I think I'm thinking of another movie, but there was a war where there was just shit was like all the hands flying, fucking.
Yeah,
crazy.
he was a farmer, and he was gathered up and forced into gladiating.
Yeah. He was forced into Gladiator, but that's how it was back then because they needed players.
And he
you
happened
know?
to be
really
pretty
good.
fucking good at it.
And he was
yeah.
like, "Hey, I'm coming for you," and they were like, "Oh, thumb down."
Actually, super good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's in
I
my
like
it's in my
Gladiator.
top 5.
That is not in my top 5. No.
And my top 5 is selective. I would say that's 5.
What? How's your selector with a switch or a button?
2 is Goodfellas.
I'm on board. I am a fan of Goodfellas and Casino. Those are my 2 favorite mob movies.
Casino's good. It's
Yes.
not in my top 5, but it is great.
Well, Goodfellas and Casino almost feel like they're in the same lore.
They are.
They're in the same lore. You know, because one was
the
1
characters
year.
are the same.
They're the
yeah.
same characters.
Except Jimmy Conway, who Robert De Niro is. He's a casino owner. So
Yeah. And I like both those movies.
And in Goodfellas, he's a hood.
Right. But in Casino, the part with Joe Pesci, where he gets beaten and buried.
Oh yeah, him and his brother they get
they get put in a hole.
clobbered. Yeah,
That was I love them.
You know that's based on
it's
true.
based on a true events.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as me watching it as a young adult, that I was like,
It was
I was like, wow, that is fun. But the way that they shot that scene.
when he's going, please
Yeah,
don't kill my
stop.
brother.
And I was like, oh,
and he
my
goes,
God.
oh my
and then he
God,
goes, don't
you-
please, bah, and then he, bah. I was like, holy fuck.
Yes,
like
very
it
serious.
Felt, the way that the cinematography was with the camera and
Yes.
how they shot it, it felt real. I was like, holy shit, it's like I'm almost, because when he
was
dropped, then the
serious.
camera was up and then it was, and they were
Yeah.
just shoveling. I was like, fuck, that's
yes,
crazy.
that was. I agree 100%. That was serious business in that movie.
That was some, but and then I also like the bar scene with Joe Pesci. What?
oh,
when I'm a
that's
clown?
That's Goodfellas.
Sorry, that was Goodfellas. When I'm a clown, I amuse you. That
are
was
you?
all ad libbed. And
Well, I'm funny how? What do you mean I'm funny?
And
What are you?
and fucking Leota didn't know what to do. He was like looking at me because I don't know if this is
Right.
part of the script, but he was like. And he did that because he didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right.
And there's like so many things about that scene because of how the scene was made. They didn't initially when they shot it, they had a totally different written part of it, but the way they did it, like, there's no reason to shoot it again. Like they didn't fucking shoot it again, dude. That is such a great scene. And
I was reading. Now that you say that about that, I was reading something Ron Howard said about the Grinch That Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey.
not a fan, but it's good.
It is very.
It's good because I'm a Jim Carrey fan of the old.
But anyhow, I was reading this thing that Ron Howard used so much ad lib in that movie. He said it was ridiculous. He said it was way away from the script because Jim Carrey.
Why not? Because Jim
Carrey would like all of a sudden just do something, crazy, and Ron Howard said that they just kept the cameras rolling. He's like, I like that better than what we have.
Yeah, because you know what, he comes from that background from In Living Color.
Right.
He is an.
Surprised you remember that. How old are you?
Oh fuck, I'm 40. Motherfucker, I used to watch In Living Color until they just all of a sudden disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
No cancellation, no nothing. It was just nothing. But no, I was a big In Living Color fan.
So
and you know what's fucked up?
It was hilarious.
When I watched In Living Color,
I did that to Bags.
he didn't know what it was.
No, Bags was talking about the guy at work, the black guy that was like, "Oh, looking good, player."
Oh yeah. He's fucking with
And
him.
so I said to Bags, I said, did he give you? And he didn't. And I remember, I
Two
knew.
sideways snaps and
That's
a
right.
1-0.
Woo!
And if not, you give him a side to side to side. Yeah, or a Z formation.
Remember, he had that little hat on.
Yeah, the little tiny cowboy hat. Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
man, that's crazy,
And let me
funny
tell you.
ass shit right there.
But
He
I
had
can-
that little cowboy hat on.
But I can see why that movie, because he's such a good ad-libber, like Jim Carrey.
Right.
We watched here, what was it, like 2 months ago? We watched
The
Ace
Grinch.
Ventura.
We did.
Yeah, you don't remember? Dude, I was fucking going off. I was
Okay,
like-
yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that night.
Oh, do you remember the night when we watched Nacho fucking Libre?
Woo.
Motherfucker, how many times we watched a goddamn movie from here to Stewart? 50 times?
No, but
40?
I bet about 7.
No, bullshit. We watched it 7 times in 1 week in Stewart, so fuck you.
No.
Oh, bullshit. It was on every day. Every time we come home, oh, Nacho Libre's on. I was like, are we going to watch anything? Remember, the day that you stopped watching it, what were you watching? The day you're like, oh, we could watch it. This guy's awesome. He's a painter. He paints happy little trees.
Oh, that's Ross.
motherfucker.
We watched him here.
God damn it.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, you're right. But it was Nacho Libre, and then we watched some prison thing with pink fucking guys, and then we watched.
Oh
Bob
yeah,
Ross.
that's the guy in
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah, the Arizona
Toughest
prison.
prison in United
Yeah.
States.
We talked about it on the other podcast.
Yeah, he makes that everyone wear pink
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
But man,
humiliates them.
yeah, he humiliates and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you, I've never seen Nacho Libre except the one time I sat down. I was like, you know what? Let me watch it with you guys.
Oh,
And
it's
both
corny.
of you guys were just reciting all the good shit while I'm trying to watch this movie. And
It's-
I do it to my old lady, so I'm not going to say that I don't do it. Like, if we were to watch Terminator, I'd recite all the shit because I know Terminator. But you guys know Nacho Libre because you say it all the fucking time.
Remember in the first Terminator when
I mean,
he
you
walked-
caught me fucking 3 days ago when we were at the Mexican place, and I crumbled up the nachos, and Bags went, "Look at him,
Yes, that was a Nacho Libre reference.
motherfucker." Hate
Oh
you guys.
shit.
I love you guys.
The Terminator, the first one. Remember when he came in the police station, and he had the skin on and the glasses,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
was looking at the bulletproof glass, and he went like this.
Well, it didn't actually do that. He just went.
Yeah, and he goes, "I'll be back."
Well, he goes, "I'm here to see Sarah Connor." No, you're gonna have to go. And he goes, "I'll be back."
Be back.
And then fucking runs the car right through that motherfucker. That's what coined that "I'll be back" thing.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
He was the greatest, in my opinion. Him, Stallone, and who was the other guy at that time?
Willis.
Willis were the best one-liners at that time. Not newer, not now,
Yippee-
but
yippee-ki-yay,
motherfucker. Yeah.
There was
Because that was an accident. The reason why he said "I'll be back" is because he couldn't say "I'll be right back" because he's Austrian. So he goes, hey man, let me do it my way. I'll be back, and then
Do you
it was
remember-
coined. Boom, done, legend.
one of the first movies he did, and I can never remember the name.
Who, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, he has this guy. He's killed all these guys, and he has this guy, and he's dangling over the
Commando.
He says to him,
You remember when I would kill you first or kill you
yeah.
last? I lied.
Yes. When he said to him, he goes, Sally, you're a funny guy. That's why I'm going to kill you
Yeah, I
last.
am. Yeah, I remember you saying that. It goes, I lied.
Well, you know what else is weird about that movie? I saw it on the internet. Is remember the Porsche that he's driving down the road?
Yeah, it gets wrecked and then it's fine. And then it gets wrecked and it's fine.
it gets wrecked, and it's like up on its side, smashing into the rocks,
And then when they flip it over, it's fine.
and the other side, and it's like perfect.
Dude,
and they're like,
that's
"Whoa."
80s. Dude, that's 80s filmmaking at its best because, all right, think about it. Remember what we were talking about 5 hours ago with what's his face about 4K.
Right.
4K, you see so much detail.
Yes.
But back in the day, like you said, it had a hue, like some sort of thing, but you couldn't see the problems unless you were looking at it. Like if you were
Right.
trying to pick it out, but back in the day, our eyes did not adjust to that. Nowadays, we don't see fucking 4K. We see 1080p. But 4K
Oh,
is
we
more...
probably see more than 1080p.
Well, we probably do, but 1080p is like the standard. We can shoot 1080p in 60, 30, and 24. When you get into 4K and into like consumer cameras, you can only shoot it in 24 to 15.
Yeah, but
then,
when
then
you
it's
watch...
like then it's jittery. But when you get into 8K, it's gonna be five frames per second. There's no way the human eye can see.
No,
well,
but when
they
you
can
watch,
see 5 frames.
When you watch 4K though, in it has
4K.
yes, it has a.
It has that like almost like a depth of field.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a 3-dimensional
Yeah,
quality.
but in the TV, not out. Like you can see the background, the foreground.
Remember 8 years ago when you went to 8 or 9 or even 10 when you went to Best Buy and they had the 3D TV.
Yes.
And they had the
Oh,
player.
yeah,
and
they
you
had to
saw
put the
it and you
glasses
were-
on.
No. It was the real deal. It was a camera screen thing. Mm-hmm. And no, maybe it was glasses.
No, it was glasses. It was glasses. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was the biggest thing. Like 4 years ago. Oh, put on the glasses. You got 3D. But they gone away with it because 4K, you can see 3D into the screen, not out of the screen.
Right,
Yeah.
and also that the 3D of people who made it possible, it was like 1 in a million that did it. You know what I mean? So you had to select from like 12.
Yeah. Now, look, 4K is a gimmick. I'm just telling you right now. I just got into photography, and I bought a Nikon 3400, and they even say in photography, some of these cameras that are mirrorless cameras and stuff like that are coming out, the 4K that they offer are 15 frames per second. That is not the standard 24. But in 4K, if you want to shoot 15 frames per second, once you do that, then you put it in your DAW or your post-processing or whatever that you're doing. Now you have to speed it up to 24 frames. The human eye sees 24 frames per second, no matter what. That's what we see normal movement.
I have to believe you.
Well, back in the day, 15 frames per second, that's why everybody looked like they were going so fast because they had to speed it up to make it look like human. That's why the black and whites were like, oh, they were so fast, they would flat somebody, they would throw a pie in somebody's face. It's because it was done in a slower frame per second because they didn't have the technology to actually do 24 frames per second. Once they figured out it was 24 frames that the human eye could see that would be a standard reel, then that's what they stuck with at 35 millimeter film. So it worked. It was a full, like you can see the full frame at 35 millimeters, but at 24 frames per second. So in 24 frames per second, that would be one act or something that was happening. Well, in photography or even in shooting video, like when I shoot a YouTube video, I shoot in 1080p at 60 frames per second because if I want to slow it down and I want to see something, I have that gap. So I can back it down to 24 frames and slow it down, or I can speed it up.
What I don't understand is why don't you use the 410 bore and just completely filter out the whole Z animation?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And I have no idea what you're talking about.
You motherfucker. I thought you were going to shoot me or something.
No,
You're like, I got the Zan bore, motherfucker.
No, we're talking about
Well,
things.
how big is the bore? Is it like 55 millimeter?
No, we're talking about things, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, you're on Planet 8.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I've been in the. I just got a new hobby. Just to let you know, I bought a Nikon. I said that 3400. It's an entry level camera. I got it for $300 with a kit lens, and I'm having fun shooting the pictures. I mean, you saw those pictures. They've been turning out really good with a kit lens.
They have.
Yeah, they look really good. I got old Busy Bob over here. I got it shooting down the microphone cables, which looked really good. I shot a lot of stuff at the place that we're working at because they are putting in some expensive furniture in that place.
Where
Where we're working. Have you actually seen the models? Dude, they are pimp. I mean, most of it's fake, but
you know that TV and everything's
Oh
all
yeah, it's
fake.
all
It's just
fake.
a little piece of
Yeah,
plastic.
yeah. It's a piece, but the furniture.
It's like a pound.
Yeah, but the furniture and the bed, the way that they
It's-
cheat. they cheated.
Well, they're giving you an idea what your mom, what your mom,
what your mom's
going
to step into and die. But but the amount of quality. Oh, it might not be quality, but the amount of color and the way that they matched it, it would be on par with my old lady. My old lady would be like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, well, they're
dude, I took pictures of all the model units.
Interior decorators.
Yeah, I have all the pictures of that shit. But before I do, I was gonna do a little movie about Jacksonville. I don't have the above shots yet. I want to go. I want to go on the roof and shoot
go up there.
and shoot down. Yeah, I'll probably do it tomorrow. But I want to shoot down and look at the parking lot. But the parking lot up front looks like shit. But I want to do the back pool where everything's at. That would look good if I shoot it top down. You know what I'm saying? And then shoot it this way. But they don't have the goddamn fountain on, which I want the fountain on. I want to see the fountain.
Tell Shane to turn it on.
I might have to tell him. It's like, hey man, I'm trying to shoot goddamn video here with pictures, which that makes no fucking sense.
You know who would know how to turn it on?
Todd.
That's
yeah,
correct.
I'm gonna get with him tomorrow morning.
That's
because
correct.
that's what I wanted to do today when you left. I wanted to go up on the roof and shoot the. I wanted to shoot the back part where the golf course is.
Oh, you didn't want to work or anything and help me get my fucking cameras pulled in. You want to go up on the roof?
I got a camera pulled. Well, I didn't get it all the way pulled in.
I'm just busting your balls.
It's purple, so I don't like purple.
I'm just busting your balls. We knocked out quite a bit today, actually.
Yeah, we got a lot done. We got a lot more done than I thought we were. On 3 levels. We did 3rd floor, 2nd floor.
We got the
floor.
data done, which is really good, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah. So screw you, motherfucker.
No.
And then you decide to leave and then come back here.
I didn't decide to leave.
You decided to come back and say, fuck Stewart. I'm not going to Stewart.
I think next week I'm bringing bags here Monday.
Yeah, you guys will be here for you'll be here to clean the. You guys will be cleaning this place up. I cleaned up Stewart.
Oh, this is nothing.
You might have to scrub some walls.
You think I'm scrubbing walls?
Yeah, look at the wall behind you. You fucked that wall up. Look behind you. Look.
It's scratched from the chair. Yeah.
No, not the chair. That's from your headphones.
No, get the fuck out of here.
It's too low.
I'm sure they already think that they're depositing.
No, well, you heard what B said. He said he doesn't expect to get. The reason why he doesn't want it back is because he's just going to pick up and leave. Like, he doesn't care about his security deposit. And we didn't fuck this place up. No. The only part that's fucked up is that right there, the back of your chair. That's it. And it's not that bad. They can just roll right over that. They rolled right over the damn tiles in the bathroom. They used a tile paint. I asked my buddy that does. No, I'm serious. I asked my buddy. He does handyman service, and he goes, "Yeah, there is a paint that you can paint tile." I was like, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, it's like a certain paint that you can roll over tile. It's in there. That's why." If you look at my shower head, it still has the paper.
I know.
Around the head. I didn't take it off. It's not my fucking job.
I know.
Yeah, so they painted all the tiles. So fuck it. The only thing that's fucked up is that.
I know. We were here about 4 months. I went and took a piss in your bathroom.
And you saw the fucking.
And I looked up there and I was like, "Are you shitting me?" There's still painter's tape and paper around.
When
the
I
shower.
got here, that was taped. All the knobs were taped, and the toilet was taped shut. I'm like, how am I supposed to shit? So I was like, fuck it. I tore everything off, but I'm not tearing that off. Because I don't know if they were finished. Because it was...
they might not be. Maybe they're still coming.
Oh, hey, if they're going to come, they need to fucking jack these goddamn pipes because it keeps flooding in this motherfucker. We had grease.
I'm going to have to help Brian.
Well, see, that was the thing. I wanted to help, move. I helped move all the shit in because I came up with the boys. And then I stayed here and I got sick, so I didn't work Monday. But this was a long time ago. It was February. But, this is probably the most lived-in place we had. Stewart, we kept tight. Man, that place was clean. We kept that place. This place, fuck this place. I hate this place, but it's well lived in though. It's a little weird, like when you live yourself in, like the place I remember on Nancy Street. It was 3 guys. And we lived hard in that place.
Street. Where are we now? What universe?
In Sarasota.
Oh, okay.
Sarasota, Nancy Street, off of Tuttle. We lived hard in that place. We were there for 2 years, and we lived hard. We partied hard.
Yeah,
that place was dope. But
we've all
had a house
places.
where we lived hard. But when we left, we all three of us cleaned it, and we got our deposit back. But we cleaned for 3 days. There was shit on the walls.
We have so many pictures of this place underwater and flooded and grease.
I don't have those pictures.
I do.
Yeah, well, you need to give them to me so I can post-process them and make them.
I don't know how
really
to give them
shitty.
to you, but I
Just
suppose I can.
email. Well, fuck. You have to email them 2 at a time to me because after 3 it won't. Because you can only do like 40 kilobytes or no, you can do 40 megabytes. So you can send me like 5 before it overloads, and then you can just give it to me that way. Because I tried to set bags the whole thing that I shot with our last podcast because I did a full like shot with my Nikon and stuff like that, which turned out awesome. You saw a couple pictures.
I believe so.
Yeah. They turned out really well.
I'm pooped, dude.
All right, man. We done?
I'm pooped.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this last podcast. This is the last one with the Out of Town crew.
Well,
And I'm still going to do podcasting. We're going to try and get busy. And then OGB and Bags up at OGB's house to do a big podcast.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I really want to do it. He wants to do it too. So that's good. Like, but he's got to up his podcast game up.
Who? Bags?
No.
Bags, that son of a bitch.
No, OGB, because we have a problem with the headphones. Like, he doesn't have a headphone amplifier, so every time we plug in headphones, it kind of dies off. And like me, I can turn up the headphones. Well, he doesn't have that on his, I don't think.
Well, then you need to bring your gear down there.
I told him about it, but he doesn't predict that because then he's got to download the drivers for this and stuff like that. It's paying the house. But I told him I'll just bring my gear and then we can come out of my outputs here, go into his outputs or inputs, and then we can just do it that way if you want to do it. And we can check levels and stuff like that. But he said I don't know. But he's got a bunch of these microphones right here with all the arms and stuff. So it'd be and he's got a pool table. We can play pool while we're not fucking podcasting. We can drink. He's got a beer refrigerator. Like his garage looks like a fucking bar. That's basically what it looks like. He's got bar lights all over the place. Great. I love that place. But, all right, we're going to get the fuck out of here.
Good night,
So,
yo.
Yeah, you want this.
Fuck you, Bags.
Oh, don't say that. Even though he said that to me, what, today or yesterday? Because we were going to do a podcast? Oh, he said it yesterday. He goes, fuck, you guys going to do a podcast without me? You're not here, sir.
He'll get over it.
Oh, he will. Bye.